The PL Show is brought to you by Kel Chaco, Kel 360, and Kel Kidz Toothpaste.
They say children are a blessing, but also they are our future. And that's why a lot of parents out there will do whatever they can to ensure that their children are brought up well. So today we're going to discuss intentional and mindful educational approaches to bringing up your children. Hello there, you're welcome to the Kel Toothpaste PL Show. I'm Keminni, Amanor. And there's only one person who can share this with us. Listen, she's going to be doing two things in one. She'll be sharing with us her journey, her story of where she began to where she is today as founder and CEO of Smart Kidz Palace. The program is brought to you kind courtesy, the Kel Toothpaste brands, Kel Kidz, Kel 360, and Kel Chaco. My makeup is by Cover GH, Cover, experts in beauty.
Brush, 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 brush your teeth. Brush, 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 2 times a day. Brush with Kel Kidz.
Hello, my friends. My name is Kel Kidz Toothpaste.
Wow.
I was made to be gentle on your gum, but protected. I will protect your teeth from cavity, make your teeth whiter, stronger, keep your mouth fresh all day. And best of all, I'm strawberry flavored. So put on a smile and try me.
That's amazing.
Just try me. That's my job.
If you say so, jump on my brush. Makes your teeth stronger, chicky chicky whiter, chicky chicky stronger. Yay! You did it!
I'm glad you like your new toothpaste. Don't forget to brush both day and night.
Kel Kidz. Happy smile.
Welcome back to the Kel Toothpaste PL Show. My guest, who is she? I know you're asking because I don't do. Oh, and I'm my guest your friend Victoria Seshie Okai, and she's the CEO and founder of Smart Kidz Palace. You're welcome to the PL Show.
Thank you so much for having me.
It's good to see you. Let's talk about your story before we get into Smart Kidz. I know there's a lot to discuss there. People can see this already.
No,
but
right.
Who is Victoria?
Victoria is an early childhood learning advocate, somebody who is passionate about change making, where I can drive impact that at the end of the day, lives will be impacted. Yeah.
Fantastic. You're living for the people.
Yes.
But where does your story begin in terms of your childhood?
Smart Kidz Palace, in a way, has a connection to my childhood. There were so many lapses that I realized in my childhood journey that if it had been handled well, I might have been a better version of me than I am now.
Wow. I've
Yes.
never heard anyone admit to that. What about your childhood makes you think so?
There is a way parents can support education aside paying the school fees. Parental involvement is a key. And that was something I wasn't privileged to. My parents weren't that much involved. They weren't that much observant of what early childhood learning is about.
I see.
Yeah.
What were your parents to you growing up?
How they were around, but just that being intentional is different from just going through the normal parenting process. To them, it was just the normal parenting process.
Okay.
The school is there to shape and give knowledge.
Oh, I see.
But some of today's parents are more intentional. They play their role as their children's best first teachers, mentors, and guidance for life.
Indeed.
Yeah.
And we'll get into the nitty-gritties of that. But, I mean, when you say your parents, of course, they were there for you, but they were not intentional. I want to try to understand that. Did you have a tough childhood?
In terms of learning, yeah.
In terms of learning. What about it? When you say in terms of learning, you had a tough childhood.
Okay, so my early childhood education started in Francophone country, Lomé.
Ooh.
So when we transitioned to the Anglophone, I started from class 3. I had wished I could have been taken through the basics of the phonetics, the basic layouts before you get to KG1, KG2, grade 1 and 2, all those levels were missing. And it was a great challenge, trust me.
I see. So when you say that you were brought up in French, right?
Yeah.
Essentially. As in, where were you living then?
Okay, we were living in Lomé.
In Lomé?
Yes.
Okay.
So our basic education started from there.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
So for how long were you in Lomé for as a child?
Up to 5-6 years, and we started the English version, 6-7, and I started from class 3.
So you're a border town girl.
I tell you.
But was it exciting, apart from this educational issue, which we'll go into, was it exciting living on the border town and being able to, just move one foot and you're in another country?
It was.
Okay.
It was. Sometimes you can just call a friend over, find out there was a demarcation boundary. You could still chat over, go to Lomé, buy some things. So we usually buy foodstuffs from there than buying from Aflau.
Oh,
yeah.
I see. What is the town called? I mean, when you're on this side of Ghana, what's the town called?
Aflau.
Oh,
Beat 9. It's the no man's land zone.
Ah.
So all the beats are well arranged and numbered. Just like the way we have Tamar Committee 1, Committee 2.
Yes.
We have from beat 0 and we are at beat 9.
It sounds exciting
Yes,
to
and
me.
beat 9 is where the new border is situated Today, like 2 houses away from my home. I tell you.
You don't say.
Yeah.
So if you go to your village right now, you'll be at your window and you'll be seeing
Exactly.
Togo. Oh, fantastic. But it sounds exciting to me. What are some of the fond memories that you have from your childhood?
Jogging with my cousins, and I was still having some francophone lifestyles like Sunday beach time. You go with blankets, you eat, and those things.
Picnicking.
Picnic. Yeah.
I see.
Yeah.
I see. But I mean, for somebody who lived on the border town and then traveling to Togo to go to school every morning as a child, did you understand the journey at that point and the fact that you were crossing 2 countries to go to school?
It didn't start that way.
Okay.
Initially, we were there.
Okay.
Then when there was this political instability, we have to move back to Aflau. That is when we have to do the cross-border thing. And trust me, it was really stressful because the miles you walk before you get to school, you practically start the walk from in front of your house, go back, cross the border at B0, pass the Lomé road in front of your house again and continue to the school somewhere B13.
Ah.
So it's like...
Well, and there was no other form of transportation apart from trekking? Oh, why?
There was.
It didn't exist at that time?
No, Okada wasn't popular at that time.
Okay.
So we all trekked to the border, cross and start all over.
Wow.
Yes.
So along the line, you stopped the school in Lomé because you had moved
Yes,
to...
there were pauses breaking because of political issues, and it was more than enough that we just have to accept the situation whereby my parents need to move us into English stream.
And that's where the difficulty came.
Yes.
So let's talk about the transitioning from French-speaking school to finally coming to an English school. What was it like for you?
It was very hectic. I dread having parent-child teaching time with my father because I couldn't understand the basic.
Yeah.
There's this one moment I would never forget. I think that was the last time I even happened to carry a book to him to help me out. You know this, my first copy book that we used to learn how to write.
Right.
You know, Kofi is going to school. Peter is also going to school. My sister, the way we were beaten because we couldn't read that sentence.
At school?
No, home.
Oh,
My daddy was trying to just prep us. But now when you learn the phonetics, the blending becomes easier for any child to read. And I wasn't having that foundation. So we just have to rely on memory, like the sight words. And then by the time you finish doing the writing practice, you have to come back and read. And my sister and I, all the time we are like in cloud 9. And that's when the beating starts to extend that we just, like whatever our challenges were then, we were not really ready to discuss it with him because he was a bit impatient.
I see. So how old were you at that time?
6, 7.
6, 7. I see. So as a child, what did you want to become growing up?
I wanted to become a doctor. Like everybody wants to become medical doctor kind of, but along the line I realized I am more business inclined and more socially inclined as well as to social work.
So from that primary education that you received, where did you go to continue your education?
Okay, I ended up at Malco Girls,
Okay.
and that was when I moved in with my uncle in Thelma. I went to Accra Polytechnic
Okay.
and did higher national diploma in marketing and did my first degree in business administration. I'm currently pursuing my master's in impact entrepreneurship and innovation. I also did counseling.
Along the line.
Yes,
We'll
prior to my master's degree, I did counseling.
What would the young Victoria say about the woman who sits in front of me today? She'll be proud of you, won't she?
Yes,
Absolutely.
I'm at a place of peace, place of purpose, and place of settlement.
Fantastic. I like how you put it. Let's go and see the Seed to Oak segment, and then when we come back, we'll continue our conversation with Victoria. Now, so that picture that we just saw, you were the only one who was not standing straight in that one. What happened? What was going on?
I was tired. You know, the trip to school back and forth was really exhausting. So when we were taking the family portrait picture, I just happened to be like this.
So were you actually sleeping?
I tell you, I was dozing off.
I see. The Seed to Oak segment is brought to you by Keminni Kidz Toothpaste. If you're looking for something appropriate, less harmful, yet very powerful for your children, try Keminni Kidz Toothpaste. It's strawberry flavored, prevent cavity, protect their gum from decay, and also freshen their breath. It's FDA approved. You can rely on its quality. Victoria Seshie Okai is my guest today on the PL show. She's founder and CEO of Smart Kidz Palace. So the doctor didn't become a doctor, but became something else.
Exactly.
What did you become?
Today, I see myself as early childhood learning advocate.
Advocate.
Yes, that's after corporate life. This is what I do now. I promote parental involvement in early childhood learning as a result of my personal experience. Yeah.
But before you took on Smart Kidz, your corporate life was there in what?
Banking.
In banking.
Yes.
So you were counting money, plenty.
Oh, I wasn't really counting. I was crediting people's account with foreign funds.
With foreign funds. Hey, that's even more wild.
So I
you
wasn't
had a
privy
lot
to
of
physical
dollars
cash.
in.
No, I only say system money.
Is it? The money in numbers, not in
numbers,
hard cash.
Not in hard cash.
For how long?
I did 6 years.
6 years.
Yes.
When did you realize that you were done with corporate life?
I was always aware that corporate life or the banking job wasn't for me. There was this deep feeling of soul searching for social cause, and you go to work sometimes, you come back, you're like, is this all there is to me? You know, that kind of question. And as if there's something out there calling out to you. That's how come I said with Smart Kidz Palace,
Yeah.
I'm settled.
You're settled.
Yeah.
I settled. So, I mean, how did you know that the purpose for you was to look into children's education?
Okay, so prior to becoming this, I started researching and reading wide into major social issues relating to the SDGs. And when I got to SDG 4, that got me
Okay.
because I could relate. Then I started reading further to understand its fundamental issues and, if possible, how I could come up with a model that will contribute to its objectives. Then again, I chanced on some report from World Bank website, that is World Development Report 2018, entitled Learning to Realize Education's Promise. This report highlighted some 3 dimensions of learning crisis. And the second dimension was my spark, the immediate effects. And the first bullet reads, children arrive unprepared to learn. So the question is, children arrive from where? Home. Parents, right? That's where I got it.
Before finding that purpose, determining that purpose, you were a corporate woman, which means that you needed to move on from corporate life into being an entrepreneur.
Exactly.
How did you come to that decision in the sense that, was it easy for you to just say that I'm going to start something on my own?
No, it didn't happen. I got laid off.
You don't say.
Yes, and after that, that's when I decided to pursue something on my own, to discover myself.
Wow. Why were you laid off?
The bank was doing some reshuffling. You remember when the financial issues were
The
happening?
banking crisis.
Exactly.
You were affected by that. I'm so sorry to hear. But look at you today.
I'm grateful.
It must have been a difficult moment for you.
It was a difficult moment because it was unexpected.
Yes.
But being a Christian, I remember standing in front of my TV and I was just thinking about how to tell God all the things that I've done and it didn't work out. Then he just placed a song on my heart. And then after singing that song, I realized that if I didn't get what I was expecting, then this wasn't for me.
What song was that?
I have a Father, he would never ever fail me. Jesus is my Father, he would never ever fail me. Rock of ages, never ever fails.
And he never did he?
Never. But it has been a walk with grace.
Yeah. You had been laid off, right? The mental stress of that. And then you were going to start a business with your belief in God, right? You didn't have any experience in this area, right? I mean,
Back in corporate, it was really exciting knowing that some people have side hustle.
yeah.
Yeah, you know the way we flex with it.
Yeah.
So starting something like business, I was really excited.
Oh.
I wasn't dreadful.
at all.
But trust me, I should have.
I like the honesty. That
No, I
comes with
should
it.
have.
I see. But why do you say that you should have?
See, business is not a game. You need to learn, observe, and prepare. And I didn't do any of those three. You see, I was just like, maybe you feel like I'm starting, I have arrived.
Yeah.
You can't define your arriving moment just at the point of starting. And that is what you don't get. I believe that if I had gone in for business coaching, learning the type of business to do. You know, there are some business, they are very liquid. Some business you can lock up in stock and you can actually assess the risk levels. It's not just about putting beautiful edifice with stock inside and calling it a business. No, at the end of the day, it has to make business sense. And the models have to be right. And I didn't get the models right from the onset. It actually took me many years to reshape and get to where I am now.
I see. Was there a time when you wanted to give up? You were like, no, maybe this is not what God really asked me to do.
No.
You always were confident about.
Yeah, I was very convinced. Even though when my husband was of the view that you wasted the money.
You were convinced
I
that
was.
something will come out
And
of
the
it.
way he was going about it, you wasted the money. If I had listened to him, that means I've given up.
Yeah.
And I wasn't ready to give up for him to win over me. So, my sister, I wasn't ready.
I was going to say your conviction, but you said for him to win over you.
All combined, all together, it was a drive.
Indeed. Who are those that you'd say were your support system, and why was a support system important?
Support system is very important because there will be days that you need somebody to learn from. There will be days that you need some guidance and encouragement. And there will be days that you need to also learn and develop yourself. Yeah. So that you can be able to navigate the entrepreneurial journey better.
Who would you say were your somebodies during, those periods?
When I started, social media was really coming up a lot. And I used to follow these Nigeria people, Niger branch. And then that lady, wow, she really pushed me. And I was able to implement some of the things she had been doing. And it helps to an extent.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So it's important to.
Yeah, so I took inspiration from a lot of Nigerians.
Okay.
Yes.
I see. Why though? Why Nigerians? There are a lot of Ghanaian entrepreneurs as well.
Their marketing drive is another level. And there's another woman, Auntie Jibody. She's also another person that I really take inspiration from her a lot. Her contents are very inspiring, encouraging.
I see. Where will Mr. Okai fall in this? Because I want to make sure you are mentioning Mr. Okai this evening.
Oh, Mr. Okai was very supportive when he started seeing
Yeah.
the essence of what I'm doing.
Yeah.
At first, it was difficult understanding the entire model of Smart Kidz Palace because he didn't understand why you say you are doing advocacy and you are selling at the same time. How do you integrate the two? So for his initial lack of understanding of the model, created a bit resistance. Yeah. But later on, when he realized that, oh, what I'm doing is really a good thing, he came on board.
I see.
Yeah, with his encouraging words, and I received future for Smart Kidz Palace. You are now becoming children ambassador and a whole
Amazing,
lot
isn't
with all
it?
the fans.
Fantastic,
Yeah.
fantastic. And it's important that, again, what I gleaned from your story, that it's important that we are not only having supporters all the time, but people who will also criticize what we're doing. That way it will help you shape where you want to get to properly. The accounts will say that you
Exactly.
So I guess that was your Mr. Okai.
I tell you.
Having your back, looking
Yes.
behind you for
Yeah.
you. But then you started Smart Kidz. So you had a company. How did it start? Did it start as big as it is today?
No.
Oh, tell us the story.
We started a little bit big, and then we folded back to small size. And then finally, when expansion happened, it happened in a planned way. You put all the business strategies in place to expand a bit. Yeah. Parents need to be aware why they need to get extra learning supporting resources, especially from birth, to get the children develop early cognitive, speech and language, fine motor skills, social and emotional stability. All these can be well handled in the early years. So with this concept, we create a lot of awareness, parental involvement, quality parent-child learning time. And as parents are onboarding the message, there is need for resources. So I'm preaching one thing, and they don't know where to get the resources. So Smart Kidz Palace is just a point of access to what I preach, where they can come in and get the age-appropriate learning resources for their kids.
Oh, right.
Yes, we have early childhood educators on board. We have speech therapists, occupational therapists also on board. So we already create learning kits that they can kickstart their children's learning journey.
Right.
So sometimes when you come, I might not be there. Just give them the age. If there's any
And they'll
unique
have
issue,
something
you can
for you.
tell us, free consultation, and we'll be able to advise you better.
What kind of feedback do you get from the parents who patronize you?
Parents are very inspired. They feel more empowered. 3 days ago, I had one coming in, and she was like, "Hey, Vic, you are doing well. Because of you, I have decided to homeschool my son till 5 years."
Because you have curated something for
Yes,
them.
and she has been with us from the beginning. And she feels like whatever that they are teaching in preschool, she can manage it well to avoid some early infection challenges with early enrollment. Yeah.
I see that you brought some of the toys with you. So you take us through what they are and how they can help, parents and children out there.
Okay. So we have different modes of managing early childhood learning at home. Let me take you from birth. Parents can create play areas right in the comfort of their home, where the child can have easy access to hands-on toys like this particular one. Things they can do with their hands. Yeah, they are building coordination.
Yeah.
Then we have you see a storybook like this. Any child will be curious. What is this? And I can feel it. Things that makes toddlers love to learn. We put all this together. Then
Can you open that one? Let me see what's inside.
it's
Because
a
now I'm also
storybook.
curious.
It's a storybook.
Oh, for early readers.
Early readers, books that parents can actually read regularly by establishing routine to boost early language development.
Yeah.
And then we have the educational toys.
Like this one.
Yes, we are mainly focused on learning toys toys that contribute to early cognitive development. For busy parents, we encourage that you have enough of these self-teaching toys, which children can learn easily without you being there. Even caretaker can help them navigate with toys like this. So this is just touch and learn, an entire dictionary. So without you at home, your toddler can actually learn a lot.
So when you touch
start
something,
with the letters A and B. Artist is alligator. That's not it. Try another one. Baker. Great work. Can you find more professions?
fantastic.
All the kids need to do is touch and learn.
Exciting. That looks very, very nice.
And for crawling toddlers, as they are walking, it's singing and they are learning their rhymes.
Yeah. I see.
So when you flip every pages,
Yeah.
things like this can easily help parents to minimize their screen time as well.
I was gonna ask, to educate parents, this one as against, screen time, because sometimes the screen becomes babysitters. What would you say to parents right now?
Oh, it's true. With the screen time, screen is very important. These days, we do a lot of visual, even in learning, conferencing, and all that. So it's also a part of essential skills that might be required in future for them. So what parents can do best is to have a balanced approach, not to let kids be on screen time for hours, because there's no way devices can replace the human element. So I will encourage that in as much as they are giving their kids visual exposures, it should be within a time frame where the kids have access. Can you see this?
Yeah, I can.
Tummy time. Your 2 months, 3 months.
So they'll still see a lot of color.
Yes, and
while
trying
doing
to raise
tummy
their
time.
head
Tummy
and
time. I see. That's fantastic.
And there is a customer who sent us review recently, this particular one. His daughter is 5 months. She wasn't ready to sit. But just because of this toy, she can do the stacking, concentrate for extended minutes.
I see.
And she was sitting without even knowing.
Knowing that she was sitting.
Yes, because there's something to do.
Yeah.
So
That's a baby who knows what she wants.
yeah. So
What's this one? This wooden one?
we call it a concentration builder. For toddlers that knows colors, it's a challenge game. Learning to arrange where to move. So let's just say we are moving all the blue to this side. You have to have some thinking pattern to be able to achieve this. So if I'm moving all the blue, that means I have to move a lot out of the way. I'm bringing this back, then I can't move, so I have to drop this here. So if your child doesn't concentrate, you can build concentration. It comes with the challenge cards up to 20.
Oh, nice. This is really wonderful. On a typical day when you go to work, what's your day like?
Course. Busy with people's issues, their challenges. If some post kids are in school, but yet they are struggling, they call in to find out what can we do to support. Our first point of contact is to know the challenge so that we can be able to recommend the exact learning resources that they can have at home to support them. Yeah.
I see. Let's take a look at that in 360.
Madam Victoria Seshie Okai is the founder and CEO of Smart Kidz Palace. Dedicating her career to transforming early childhood development, her passion for nurturing young minds is rooted in her personal experiences and a deep belief that every child deserves a strong foundation for lifelong success. Victoria Seshie Okai provides consultancy services, offers parental guidance on early childhood learning, and supplies high-quality learning resources to support children's formative years, which she believes are the most important years of every child.
Working with Madam Victoria, She's been very good, very kind, and an amazing person.
I've really learned a lot from Auntie Victoria. She's really a kind person.
Working at Smart Kidz Palace has been awesome. Auntie Victoria is very passionate about what she does, and she has instilled that in us, that whatever we are doing, we have to be passionate about it, and we are going to be successful.
So you're not just selling parents toys, you're curating an educational experience for them.
Exactly.
And then you have all the materials also. But where is Smart Kidz Palace?
We are located at Kwabenya.
Kwabenya. Okay, where in Kwabenya? For anybody watching and would
Stores.
like to get in touch with you.
They can reach us on 0246 830 717. They can easily Google Smart Kidz Palace and get the same number to call.
The 360 segment is brought to you by the Kel 360 toothpaste brand. It's appropriate for everybody in the family. It's also sure to protect your gum, give you a brighter teeth. It would also ensure that it protects you from gum decay, prevent cavity, and it's approved by the Food and Drugs Authority, so you can rely on its quality. So go out there and grab yourself a tube or more of Kel 360 toothpaste.
Anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath.
I want fat missy way.
Me pacho bantama.
Matias.
It's her smile.
The fresh breath.
Me jidi say we use Kel 360 toothpaste. Some kind.
Kel 360 toothpaste.
Gaskia, Kel 360 toothpaste. It's a gum protector.
Onim jom kasan. Kile ko saying. Kel 360 did the way. It's cool mint. Gives me fresh breath and your confidence booster.
Hey, you will see so feeling when you know Kel 360 toothpaste.
Happy smile.
Kel 360 toothpaste, anti-cavity, gum protection, brighter teeth, and fresh breath. Kel, happy smile. This advert is FDA approved.
Mommy.
Michelle say, fe.
Different era, better result. Time has changed and time has brought Kel Chocolate Toothpaste. Healthy gums, anti-cavity, fresher breath, and it whitens teeth. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste. Sankofa.
Yenchi. Kel Chocolate Toothpaste.
Happy smile.
This advert is FDA approved.
Welcome back to the Kel Toothpaste PL show. Victoria Seshie Okai is my guest today. She's founder and CEO of Smart Kidz Palace. So Victoria, and so you curate something for pregnant women as well who would want to begin early.
I do get expectant parents coming in to sell it.
Oh, I see. Because they are ready to start the process early. And so you create for babies in vitro, and then for what are the other packages?
We have 0 months plus 6 months, 1 year, 3 years, up to 10 years.
Oh, I see.
That's where we believe that by 10, anyone who has been with us should be able to raise independent learner. Yeah.
I see. Would you say that it's been a fruitful journey so far?
Yeah.
Fulfilling maybe, but has it been a fruitful journey for you?
Yeah.
I see.
It's been especially the impact aspect. Catching other young parents, empowering them and getting a lot of feedback. Yes, to extend that some practically come in with their babies. Look at us. We are here. Some we even told that, oh, Vic, I've put to bed. You know that thing?
Yeah.
It's very fulfilling.
It's a very fulfilling feeling. I see. The program is brought to you by Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. If you're looking for something with activated charcoal in it that will ensure that it removes toxins from your mouth, it would also help whiten your teeth, then go for the hygienically tubed Kel Charcoal Toothpaste. Victoria Seshie Okai is my guest today. She's founder and CEO of Smart Kidz Palace. And Victoria, we've seen the work that you're doing. You talked about counseling. I wonder, is it counseling in children? Is that
not children counseling?
Oh,
counseling as a general
thing. So do you still do
I don't
counseling?
practice it,
okay.
But it supports the work I do. Yeah,
I see. So when and how did you become a counselor?
The counseling service is practically done through the customer engaging fees. I don't charge for counseling anybody, but being able to understand each child's needs,
I see,
also augment the service. And if there's issue, there are specialists that can easily refer the parents to actually handle.
Oh, yeah, right. That's fantastic.
Just because I have that understanding.
And today you're back in school trying to get your master's in entrepreneurship.
Yeah.
But someone will say you run a successful business. Why are you trying to go and get a master's degree?
You need knowledge to build a business.
Indeed.
Yes, and that knowledge can redefine the model and sustain it.
So for busy parents like you who would say that, well, you know what, I want this, but I don't have the time to be able to do it with my children. Is there something for them as Smart Kidz?
Of course. That's why with every package, we try to explain that we have different modes of learning where toddlers can move from one play and learn mode to the other without getting bored. Hence, they'll be able to manage shorter attention span issues very well. Busy parents, for example, can leverage more on their educational toys, the sound teaching learning materials that children can just press and learn, or caregivers can actually support them to do these basic ones in their absence. It is only when it comes to book that you need to be there as a parent to read. You need to be there as a parent to explain.
Okay.
We have some free educational videos that come with our packages. For busy parents, again, when you are tired, you cannot read, you can follow some visual reading stories to improvise during the reading session. Yeah. So all these are available. Hands-on, like Lego buildings, for example, you don't need to be there.
Yeah.
Their creativity will come out. At the end of the day, you'll be able to see the exact layout of the material the child is working on.
I see. What does the future hold for Victoria and Smart Kidz Palace?
The future looks great with a lot of impact. We are looking at widening our scope of awareness creation through collaborations with schools, if possible, get a talk slot during their PTA to promote parental involvement in early childhood learning. Again, hospitals, for example, children's units where we can have some of our signage talking about the importance of parental involvement and early brain empowerment and the things they need. We can also do churches, anywhere that we have parent gathering events where we could be giving a slot to create more awareness. That is what we are currently looking at.
As we wrap up our conversation, Victoria, we are always happy that, by the way, are you taking these back, or these one, they are for me and my children?
Yes.
They're for my children and me. Fantastic. Then I can also happily give you my gift. We have a box full of presents from our sponsors, Samara Company Limited. Have you heard of our products before?
Yes.
But Victoria, this is not the only thing we've got for you. We are so happy that you could come and share your story with us. And for every woman who's made their way here, we give them a token to remind them of who they are. And Victoria, today we want to tell you, with this token, you know what this is? It's a stool.
I know.
And every queen needs her stool.
Wow.
And so we're giving you one to put in your beautiful office. When the going gets tough, you look at it and remember all the children who are relying on you to provide your service for them to become better children and even better adults. So we give you this as a token of appreciation, but also we hope that it serves as a reminder of the queen that you are.
Thank you.
Thank you too. Thank you too.
So much.
Thank you so much. And for young people who are watching you today, what is your piece of advice to them?
Please don't be afraid to find yourself. Don't be afraid to discover that unique you. But before doing that, make sure you acquire the right knowledge, the right experience, so that on that journey, you will succeed. I'm rooting for you.
So are we. You're
Thank
such a
you.
wise woman. Another wise woman said that don't be afraid to join us same time next week on this channel for another episode of the Phenomenal Ladies Show, as we bring you stories from phenomenal ladies from across the country and even the world. I'm Keminni Amanor. The program is brought to you by Kel Toothpaste brands, Kel Kids, Kel 360, and Kel Charcoal. Our makeup is by Cover GH, experts in beauty. We'll see. Yeah, give them. We'll see you same time next week. Bye-bye.